Cream Man cometh. That's right. Gucci Man himself will be battling Jeannie Mai's Man. That's right. Jeannie Mai's Man is doing a versus with Gucci Mane. Okay. So that's going to take place on November 19th. Now, because it's Gucci Man and I have such a huge and deep respect for Gucci Man, I'm now going to attend the Versus soiree. I wasn't going to, but I like Gucci. Anyway, did you guys see that ex-Bad Boy rapper Shine has been elected to the House of Representatives in his native country of Belize? Yeah. 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 Now, he won the Mesopotamia seat. Very fitting. Shine had did a little 10-year prison bid. If you recall, Shine had let off a little shot one night remember when Diddy used to go out with J-Lo and things went left that night in the club? You remember? He had J-Lo being a trap queen, honey. Oh, yes. So, anyways, Shine ended up doing 10 years for that, came out, went back to his country. I don't remember if he got deported back or he got whatever, you know what I mean? But he's doing great things now, so shout out to him. Okay, so the last story. I kind of didn't want to really get into this because, I don't know how much we're all like, okay. I don't know if the people involved, like if you guys are going to know any of the people involved, or is it just going to be me like kind of talking about a bunch of young people that y'all have no idea who the fuck I'm talking about. But let's give it a go because it's not so much about them as it is about the situation, right? All right, here we go. Follow me here. Okay. Do you guys know who G Herbo is? Chicago native rapper. Has a couple of songs. Don't ask me the names of them, but I know he has a couple of songs. Just dropped the album not too long ago, right? Okay. You may know him better from, he's part of, there's a lot of like rappers and singers who do the relationship thing and they share their relationship with you. And that's part of like the shtick, Now, I'm not saying that that's the case between him and Emily B and Fab's daughter. Now this is Emily B's daughter and Fab's, I guess, stepdaughter. Is Fab married to Emily B? Are they married? I don't know, but whatever. At any rate, so the young lady that he dates is Fab's wife's or baby mom's daughter, right? I believe her name is Taina. Now, very beautiful young lady, G Herbo, nice looking young man. Now, G Herbo has a baby with one of these girls that the internet loves to stuff down our throat. We have no fucking idea. Ari Fletcher, Now, let me say this. Ari is somebody on the internet that kind of popped up on my timeline. I had no idea who the fuck she was, what she did, and why I should care. But the Shade Room and Hollywood Unlocked and all the fucking mixy places that I follow kept telling me I needed to care about who this girl was. And then I saw that she was going out with Meg Thee Stallion's ex-man. And so then I was like, okay, well, I guess I should be paying attention a little bit more, I suppose. But not really, and I didn't. Either which way, G Herbo has a baby with this young lady who is named Ari Fletcher. So here's where the story goes crazy. Not crazy, but, pretty realistic. So Ari comments on a picture of Taina holding the son that Ari shares with G Herbo, who is Taina's boyfriend. Now, this is an infant. I don't know if this kid is more than 2, right? And so, a picture is posted of Taina with her boyfriend's son, and Ari comments on the picture, take this down, and it kind of just goes left from there. So from there, it kind of gets into a verbal altercation where Ari is basically saying that every time that her baby is around the father and the girlfriend, that the baby is not comfortable and is always crying. And so therefore she takes it as the baby doesn't like the dad's girlfriend. And instead of having this conversation privately with them, she airs this out all on Instagram, to which the baby's father responds, and it just kind of goes left from there, right? Now, and on the other end of the spectrum, there is Neo with Monietta Shaw, with whom he shares 2 children with, and he is now married to Crystal Smith, who he also shares 2 children with. Monietta has now moved on to a very handsome man, white man for context, not for color, but for context, just painting a picture. And so they seem to have a pretty decent blended family structure, to the point that one of the children that Monietta shares with Neo, was turning 10, and the entire family, dad, new wife, new children, mom, new boyfriend, his kid, were all able to get together and celebrate the love of the kid that they share from a past relationship, right? Now, this leads me to believe, because, we don't have this conversation often, but when you get to a certain age, we all carry baggage from the past relationships, divorces, multiple partners, children, emotional baggage, mental baggage, sometimes economic baggage. Pack light, but a lot of times it's the yeah for me. You know what I mean? It's the pack light is great, but it's the yeah. That's the part that gets me. The pack light is great advice, and we should all take it. But life is the yeah. Okay? It's the girl I know, you know what I mean? Because unfortunately, you have to make a decision. Are you going to love the person that you're with, or, are you going to get into this relationship and serve your soul, or are you going to let a little baggage hold you down? You know what I mean? Now, here's my thing. I think that when it comes to kids, you gotta love them more than you hate anything that took place between you. The kid doesn't deserve the fact of, your bitter scornfulness is what keeps them from seeing mom or dad, or from, feeling comfortable that dad's moved on. See, kids get their social cues from us. They're light. They're not heavy like we are. See, part of the reason why so many of us are connected to nature, whether it be, trees or flowers or water, whatever it is, those things carry a lightness to them, but they're also very heavy. But they carry a lightness to them because they don't carry the emotional baggage that we carry, right? Kids are like that. They haven't been here long enough to carry the emotional baggage that we carry that tells us to create more space and, it's not okay for you to move on. And happiness is not okay for you. You should be upset. And that should be the energy that leads you. You know, I think that sometimes some of us feel like there is a weakness in forgiveness. There's a weakness in vulnerability. There's a weakness in deciding that you're not going to show this person what you're made of. Now, the reason why I brought up those two scenarios was that they're two opposite ends of the spectrum. And we have a choice in this life, right? Now, whether it is that you want to surpass the heaviness of past relationships that could come with kids or could come with, emotionally heavy stuff from exes or could come with whatever. Whatever the case is, it's baggage, and we all got it, I recently asked someone what they meant by them saying they loved me. Because the thing is, right, we all kind of have this thing where we feel like because we say something, we mean it in the same way. So if I say like, oh, no, I like it, and you say not like it, we think we mean the same thing because it's the same word. But we probably don't mean the same thing, Just because someone says they love you and you say you love them back, a lot of times we think we mean the same thing, and we don't, because our relationships and our experiences alone are going to cause us to mean two different things, right? I think that we have to allow room for baggage. It's not always up to you to be the sheriff deputy that goes around showing niggas like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to show this nigga, you don't fuck with me, I mean, you might be showing a lot of people that they shouldn't fuck with you while you standing over there being lonely and by yourself and depressed because, you're right, nobody do fuck with you. It's not, sometimes I just think that it's not our decision to decide that we are going to excommunicate and I'm not putting up with these people in my life. I don't have to put up with this person in my life. I think that there is, and this is like, now we're getting off the subject of just G Herbo and Taina, because, I mean, at the end of the day, really what we all have to understand about those relationships is you gotta love the person, you gotta love the kids, you gotta love more than you hate. And if you love more than you hate, then you just want to be happy, and you understand that you actually have a big say over that, more than you think you do. How so? Choose the thing that's going to be lighter. Choose the thing that's going to be lighter. Choose the spectrum where we all get to have a good time. And now this kid is extra happy because I didn't have to have 3 different parties. I didn't have to have a party with my dad and his girlfriend and then my mom and her man. I didn't have to have 2 different parties because my family doesn't love me enough to be together, right? 2 people made a choice that, you know what? It's easier for us to just be happy. And for our kids to just be happy. It's easier. Sometimes it's easier for you to just choose the path of least resistance. Sometimes it's easier for you to, some of us are so used to fighting that we feel like we got to fight everything. We feel like we have to marshal everything. We have to, I'm going to show this person, you don't fuck with me. I'm going to show you, passive aggressive behaviors. I'm not talking to you. I'm going to try to control. All of that is just ways to control the narrative. You know what I mean? I feel out of control, so I'm going to try to gain control by, trying to control the communication. You know what I mean? And I especially love those people who, are in the throes of that, but still want to offer you, a little something for you. They still want to give you a little read like, honey, I'm out here not